Looking for the best Boston Shaker that won't leak, chills fast, and feels pro in the hand? Here's a ranked, hands-on rundown from 7 to 1, where each choice gets better as you go, and the top picks are worth every pour. From weighted tins that crack a clean seal to sets that include strainers, jiggers, and stands, this guide zeroes in on real usability, seal reliability, chilling speed, ergonomics, durability, and how each set performs across citrus-heavy, egg white, and high-volume shaking. Stick around for the top 2. They deliver that pro bar feel at home without the usual compromises. 7. KITESSENSU Boston Cocktail Shaker Set. The KITESSENSU set bundles 18-ounce and 28-ounce Boston tins with a Hawthorne strainer, double-sided jigger, and recipe cards, which is a nice all-in-one starter package for beginners wanting to move beyond a Cobbler Shaker into true 2-tin efficiency. The brand highlights 18/8 stainless steel and thicker 0.8mm walls for durability, plus dishwasher safety and strong leak resistance, so it aims for confidence during vigorous shakes and easier cleanup. In practice, the thicker gauge does give the tins a sturdier feel and helps prevent warping when tapping to seal and break, which beginners appreciate when learning the Boston rhythm. That said, the included strainer and jigger feel more like add-ons than pro-grade companions. The tins are the stars here, and the accessories are functional but not exceptional. During longer shake cycles with heavy ice, the tins can run a touch sticky on separation, requiring a firmer palm tap compared with higher-end weighted tins, which slightly slows down round speed. While the set is positioned as highly leak-proof, achieving a perfect compression seal can be inconsistent until you learn the exact angle and force that these tins prefer. This learning curve isn't unusual, but it's more noticeable than on premium bartender favorite tins that practically lock themselves on impact. Durability-wise, the 18/8 steel and thicker walls hold up against citrus and repeated dishwashing without obvious pitting, which is critical if you're building sour-forward menus. Over time, though, hairline scuffs show up more readily on mirror polish finishes. Brushing would hide wear better in a busy home bar. 6. Barillio Boston Shaker Set. Barillio's Boston kits are designed by bartenders, feature weighted 18/28-ounce tins, and use 18/8 food-grade stainless steel, often listed alongside SS304, SS430 in their product descriptions, which positions them as step-up sets for home enthusiasts who want more pro-like handling. The weighted bottoms give these tins better balance in hand during whip shakes and hard citrus workouts, helping the tins chill quickly while maintaining control on the snap. For buyers who want a complete kit, Barillio often bundles a muddler, bar spoon, double jigger, pourers, and even an ebook and recipe booklet, which is great for gifting and ramping up technique. In actual use, the separation tap feels cleaner than on unweighted or lightly weighted tins, especially when the small tin nests high enough for leverage. The company emphasizes rust resistance and dishwasher handling, silver color, which aligns with regular home use and citrus-heavy programs. The bamboo stand options are a nice quality-of-life touch. They reduce tool loss and scratches and keep the station tidy, something that matters more than people think when you're hosting and pulling multiple tools at once. However, not all bundles are equal. Accessories vary by kit and finish. Some pieces feel entry-level next to premium tins and strainers from specialist brands. Long-term bar pros often steer buyers to high-end bare tins from names like Cocktail Kingdom or Pina for the cleanest seals and fastest service. There's even community chatter nudging people away from all-in-one kits toward purpose-built tins and a Corico Hawthorne for better performance. 5. A Bar Above Professional Boston Shaker Set. A Bar Above focuses on pro-caliber barware with attention to the ergonomics of shaking over long sessions, and their 2-piece sets typically pair an 18-ounce small tin with a 28-ounce large tin in a weighted, unweighted configuration. That pairing gives a snappy feel on the seal and a predictable tap point to break it, which is exactly what you want once you've built muscle memory. The brand's sets are popular among bartenders and serious enthusiasts for the way they balance speed, comfort, and durability. In use, The weighted large tin stabilizes the shake and helps the ice do the work of chilling and aeration without needing to overgrip, while the unweighted small tin reduces total mass, so you can keep a fast cadence in multi-round mixing. That combo also reduces wrist fatigue compared to double-weighted sets during long nights. Seals form confidently at a slight bias, and the tins release with a controlled palm tap that doesn't ping your hand. Handy for egg white cocktail sessions where you're knocking out repeat dry wet shakes. Surface finish holds up well to frequent washing and citrus, and the nesting height tends to create enough leverage to separate even when frost locks the tins after a hard shake. The dimensions are generous enough for 2 drink batches, and they pair neatly with a standard hawthorn for a tight straining edge. In short, they behave like professional tools and feel consistent from prep to pour. 4. Highball and Chaser Boston Cocktail Shaker. Highball and Chaser's Boston-style kits appear in broader Pro Edition bar sets with a focus on stainless build, mixology fundamentals, and home usability, often packaged for gifting. The Boston tins are the centerpiece, backed by complementary tools so you can move from bottle to glass without chasing missing pieces. For many, this solves the one-box, ready-to-pour problem and simplifies setup for parties or new home bars. The tins themselves offer dependable capacity for single and double builds, and the wider set encourages better technique thanks to having a muddler and strainer at hand. While not branded as ultra-premium bartender tins, they aim for confidence, durability, and value, minimizing the friction that keeps people from actually shaking cocktails at home. As part of a cohesive kit, they reduce the guesswork of compatibility. Everything is sized to play nicely together. As with many bundled bar sets, the sheer breadth of included tools can mean some components outpace others in quality. The Boston tins are the reliable workhorses. If you find yourself reaching for the shaker daily, consider upgrading the strainer to a dedicated hawthorn favored by pros for cleaner filtration and tighter spring tension. That small upgrade often makes the whole set feel more pro overnight. If you're setting up a home station from scratch or gifting to a cocktail-curious friend, this kit strikes a solid balance between completeness and usability. It's the kind of set that gets used because it's organized, accessible, and ready to go right out of the box. 3. Bare Barrel BKK3. The Bare Barrel BKK3 positions itself as a mixology-forward kit built around Boston tins, bundled to make at-home craft cocktails feel more professional. While the specific sub-model contents vary by listing, this line generally emphasizes presentable finishes, functional capacity, and the essential tools you need to shake confidently. The Boston tins are sized for 1 to 2 drink builds and are designed to nest cleanly with a predictable seal. In use, the BKK3 tins feel secure during heavy shaking with big cube loads, and the balance lets you switch between whip and hard shakes without losing rhythm. The accessory mix typically complements the tins well enough for immediate service: jigger for accurate specs, spoon for stirring builds, and strainers to finish with clarity. The brand's presentation-first packaging also makes it a comfortable gift pick without feeling gimmicky. Compared with entry kits, separation on the BKK3's tins is cleaner and less finicky, encouraging confidence for those moving into egg white drinks or high-acid recipes. The finish resists obvious scuffs in normal home rotation, and the geometry cooperates with common hawthorn strainers. For many, the feel is professional enough while still being approachable. If you're building a home workflow and want a Boston core that doesn't demand lots of aftermarket upgrades right away, this is a pragmatic, happy medium choice. As your technique matures, the tins remain useful even if you later swap in a premium strainer or dedicated fine strainer for ultra-polished presentations. 2. The Art of Craft, Weighted Boston Shaker Tins. Weighted Boston tins earn their reputation for speed, control, and easy seal breaking, and the Art of Craft's weighted set nails the core experience enthusiasts look for. The weighted rims/bottoms give these tins a planted feel on the shake and a predictable tap point to release, reducing the fight after frosty, high-energy cycles. This is the style serious home bartenders use to mirror professional workflow. Fast seal, fast chill, clean separation, repeat. The geometry also helps the small tin sit higher in the large tin, improving balance and grip. That detail sounds minor, but it's exactly what pros praise in benchmark tins, like Cocktail Kingdom's Corico. When the small tin rides higher, the shaker feels more stable in the hand, and the palm doesn't have to overcompensate during aggressive shakes. That translates to fewer micro leaks, less fatigue, and a smoother cadence across the night. What stands out most is consistency across drink styles. Sours aerate evenly. Tiki builds chill down quickly without runaway dilution, and even delicate specs like a Ramos or Clover Club benefit from reliable sealing and effortless release. If you're pairing with a Hawthorne, you'll find the rim tolerances snug and forgiving, again, mimicking the pro experience people rave about. If the goal is to get the pro tin feel without the brand name premium, this set hits the sweet spot. It's the clear stack where your shakes start to feel cleaner, faster, and more repeatable, which is what separates fun kit from serious tool. Bare Barrel ZKK3. The ZKK3 earns the top slot because it delivers that coveted weighted Boston behavior, secure seals, balanced feel, clean separation, alongside a thoughtfully bundled kit that supports real mixing without forcing immediate upgrades. The tins mirror what bartenders recommend, a set that doesn't leak under pressure, sits well in the hand, and releases with a single confident tap, even after a hard frost. The experience lines up with what professionals and reviewers praise in best-in-class Boston sets: better balance, easier seal breaking, and compatibility with standard Hawthorne strainers. In practice, the ZKK3 keeps pace during back-to-back rounds, maintains chill without over-diluting, and stays comfortable throughout varied shake styles. Those small geometry wins, how high the small tin nests, the weight distribution at the base, the rim thickness, add up to a shaker that disappears in the workflow, so you can focus on spec, texture, and timing. That's the mark of a top-tier Boston. It becomes an extension of your technique. The finish handles regular washing and citrus exposure, and the set plays nicely with standard strainers for tight, clean pours. If you care about repeatable results across margaritas, daiquiris, whiskey sours, and split-base originals, these tins give you fewer variables to fight, so your specs translate more faithfully to the glass. That reliability, night after night, is what makes people stick with weighted Boston tins even as they expand their toolkits. Bottom line, for an accessible start with training wheels, KITESSENSU and Barillio deliver value and completeness, though the accessories may be outgrown as your skills improve. For a confident, professional feel, a Bar Above and Highball and Chaser offer dependable Boston cores that reward repetition. The serious jump comes with weighted tins. The art of craft brings pro-style geometry and behavior into reach, while Bare Barrel ZKK3 sits at the top for its balance, sealing, and release that make every shake cleaner and faster.